attracting people because like attracts like. And the current plan is quite busy and there's too much going on. So we've talked about perhaps having a water fountain at the front of so where the roundabout is. The roundabout's here, and then there's a water fountain here. And then near the waterfront in Auckland, there's between buildings and alleyways, there's lights that go across, and it looks very pretty. And it's nice for photos and things like that. And we thought maybe that would be an idea with some poles there, because then you could use the poles to direct you and maybe have like AA sign ideas. So chemist or food or bakery or toilets or whatever, but it's not directing them to the next town. So it would give them idea. So when you're in that area, you know that the chemist is over here, and yeah, so then you can find the things that are within our town and still use our town.
Yep.
And the idea of a perhaps interactive tree that water flows through, or water wheels or something like that, which then at Christmas time you can light up as a Christmas tree. Lots more seating and tables, because there's a lot of seating but there's no tables. So if you're eating lunch there, you've got to put your food where people's bottoms are being. A sound system, you could either have kapahaka groups from the schools, because every school has a kapahaka group, or island drums from Tokoroa, there's Cook Island group there that's playing, or songs, or whatever that could be that's talkable. And take away the cabbage trees, because they always end up in the water feature and they look hideous. And just shelter. There's no shelter. So if it's raining and you're going in the door, it's slippery as well. So then you've got, there's nowhere to be having somewhere covered food. Is that all?
The fencing.
Oh yes. And maybe fencing that is laser cut, so you can see through it, see what the feature is, but then it's protecting children from the roadway.
Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you.
That's.
How about using the space to the west of the building there?
Oh yeah. Yeah, around the side. Kensington Street. There's no.
Yeah.
There's a lot of a space there that we could use that could be more seating, because at lunchtime it's really hot on the Te Rao Street side. So on Kensington Street side, that's in the shade. So you could have another similar deck or patio with seating over there, so that's in the afternoon it would be nice as well, because the sun's not as hot. So yeah, and also maybe even going into some of the car parks there, because there is a lot of parking there, we just don't utilise it.
So what we're going to watch is the actual property boundary, and so it'll have to be a discussion, but I agree. I think if we can get agreement, and if this space just flows contiguously, struggle to see why they'd think that's a problem. And everybody could benefit from that.
So pretty much for the village area, what we wanted was to have some, have the water park taken out, have it opened up more so that it could be more multi-purpose. Some ideas were having a stage up there with the water feature and lights, the fountain similar to Napier or whatever it was. We had the idea of having the tables and stuff outside the post office area, some covered stuff there. We had the fencing issue, or either having the see-through fences or some sort of low hedge that doesn't grow too high to block the vision for traffic. Another idea was a little bit of playground area for the kids to go and play, but have it fenced off so that mum and dads can have drinks and the kids can go and play in there when they're finished, as they do at the water park at the moment. I really like the idea of the light up Christmas tree, and that's really cool.
That was underneath what you wanted it, what its role was wow factor, create a wow factor and make people stop, hopefully not in the middle of the roundabout. Reflecting, this is still on its role, reflecting our values or the values of the town, reflecting our culture, portraying an image, a place to rest, a play stop for kids, a source of information, promoting attractions. That was like thinking about promoting perhaps the Timber Museum or whatever. And then to portray, I suppose, clean and pure water. And then as to the activities that you could do there was plays. We've got a water thingy for play. We haven't decided what sort of thingy yet, but maybe those things where the water comes out of the ground, things like that. And then that's seating for adults to watch the kids playing. But then a big area out the front there with tables and chairs and umbrellas so that people can sit and eat there. Talk about lights shining on the building when it's worthy of having lights shone upon it. Perhaps a performance space there, or a place for markets, or I suppose a space that you can use for whatever. Yeah. And if we've got anything else on here, where you play outdoor eating, activation, sound, busking, markets, basically everything that was on there. We wanted it to look interesting, clean, green and blue. We wanted to feel fun and relaxing. Smell was of water, someone said, hopefully not chlorine. Food, and then Stuart suggested and dared me to put a visual symphony, so I put that there. And the elements.
You tell them to go home.
Elements cover, if it was a good idea, landscape, power, lighting, sound, surfaces, all of the above. And the identity messages, historic a little bit, just or perhaps not too much, but refer it to the Timber Museum and all those bits of history that are elsewhere. Water, timber and the mana whenua. And I think that's it.
Great. Okay.
I'll just start at the top of the list. We had consultation with community iwis and private owners.
Can you speak up, please?
Activities, we had bands playing and concerts, safe for kids, foodie markets or general markets, festival like an annual foodie festival, picnic area, busking, eating. Elements, we had lighting and more grass, places to sit, safety glass perimeter, shade sails for summer, or think about it being seasonal, a wow factor, safety, like a river flowing around from the side of the building to across the road. What should the role of the water park be? Eye-catching, people on a mission, something to make them stop and go back, complementing the building. We had the ownership of the building, whether they want to do anything with it. Gathering place, safety aspect, less bricks, more grass. Keep and use bricks in the new design, whether it be in a water feature wall or seating bases or something so that you're using those bricks still. Needs to be something that people remember, iconic to be known. Town centre sign connecting State Highway 1 to Main and Princess Street and toilets. An electric car charging station. Disability friendly. Light up the Christmas tree for Christmas, which we've already had. Kensington Street, narrow the road and use the road better. Signage, better parking, not always obvious to people where to park. Using the history of the building of the old post office, timber, dairy, water, iwi history, the railway history, and the Christmas tree history.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yep. Smell, entice, like coffee smell, artesian bread, water trickling, building on the water theme, a basic playing music playing around town. We've got music systems that we could use, seasonal lighting. Somebody suggested an overpass over State Highway 1, eliminating the crossing for people. Which message do you receive? Water park, change to a water feature, because a lot of people think, have suggested that a water park is a swimming pool with slides. So change to a feature.
So are you saying a name change?
Vibrant and forward thinking. How will you experience it? The character be proud, safe, image, fun feel, interactive, plants to filter out like fragrant plants. So filtering out the smog of diesel trucks going past. Not too much or busy that it detracts from the building.
So I've had permission to totally change our plan and just go with the flow of whatever I want right now. Yeah, that's right. That won't happen. So what we thought is tying in with this area, with the main building, it kind of, it looks like a wheel, and for us that wheel represented a hub. And so that's what we would like it to be, kind of a hub space where we were thinking of two main things. We were thinking of where people can come through as they're on this main artery road here, where there's heaps of really good parking, and there's someone to come into this area and get connected with what is around in our area or what's around in our town. So we would really like there to be a good truck stop around here as well, so that we see that, or down our main road, we often have 2 lanes of parking, and the outer lane is pretty much predominantly taken up by trucks. So if we can have a truck-friendly stop there, you know, they can, like behind the RSA or whatever, I don't know, and then people can walk over here and come around to this area here.
Which street is that? Not Kensington, the other one?
That's Kensington, eh, by the RSA?
Yeah, we're Kensington. Okay, all right.
All right. A lot of our kōrero was also about what goes on in this building, because we reckon it's really fundamental to what happens outside of the building. So we were thinking about, for this idea, is it could be, if we think about a hub, we think about a stop, we're thinking about 10 or 15 minutes for people who want to just stop. They've been from Auckland, they've just had 2 hours and they've got another 2 hours to go, whatever. So, you know, hey kids, we're going to stop, not in Te Reo, we're going to stop where we know that there's really good parking right here. There's awesome toilets inside here. There's, there's a safe place here for the kids to play. Mum and Dad can have a coffee or whatever they want just outside of here and keep your eye out on them, but they can, you know, exercise and get rid of those wiggles. What else did we think? We thought about this area here. Like a lot of you have spoken about having an interesting fence there that light can go through, but you can still see through. And we were kind of thinking, wouldn't it be cool if we could have some form of story along in those fences that you can catch a glimpse of as you're perhaps driving past and think, man, there's something going on there. Next time we come through, we're going to pop in there. So I don't know how that could happen, but that's kind of, you know,
cool.
Whether it's imagery or words. We also thought, hey, let's also make this place fabulous and buy this building over here, or Swift did for us, which is really nice. We could have that also maybe as a tourist gallery or something like that. But inside this area, we also thought of it becoming two different ideas, really. They kind of work together, maybe a artesian hub, and also my thing is to have all your information centres there. So you have your trail information there, you have your Prairapūtāraru there, got an amen, and you can have, you know, the different kind of things that, okay, so we're here, what else is here? So that's what that would all be about, that going on there. Anything else? Oh yeah, we really want, we would really like for our tangata whenua to be represented here. This is all value-added stuff, and I mean, I think we're all pretty Pākehā right here in having our input. So we want that. We would really love that to be value-added into this place here.
Cool.
Anything else?